coffee side on me. Done a little sketch. I've done a drawn the vertical line straight across there, and then this stuff's going to be sand. It's going to be a beach. Right, now then, I'm just going to mix up like a yellow ochre type colour, or if you've got yellow ochre or raw sienna, that'll do the job. I ain't got none, so I'm going to mix them out of yellow and red. If you haven't got none, mix them out. I've got lemon yellow and I think it's a bright red what I've just mixed in. Well, light red will do it as well. Yeah, out like that'll do it. There we are, straight across. I'm going to go across the whole painting with this, all the way across. There. Sounds a pan, that. Right, stick that brush down. I want some cerulean blue now. Bit of cerulean blue. Just test that. Yeah, that looks alright. So get some cerulean blue in this bottom bit here. And then it sort of fades out as it goes up. A bit darker right on bottom there. That's it, that's nice. Can, if I want, bring that down into there, may as well. Yeah, I'll do. Right now, some more cerulean blue. And mix it into a bit of purple now. So it's like a purpley cerulean blue. Oh, that looks nice. And then I'm just going to wang that in. Cross here like this. Something about like that, and then take some clouds out, just using a bit of tissue, a bit of kitchen roll, bog roll, out like that. We're just taking colour out, we're popping a few little clouds in. There's a couple down here, that's it. There's quite a few up here. Just dotted about. Just little clouds and stuff. Yeah. That's it, that's my skying. Right. Now let me sip of coffee. I'm going to take that off, it's cockling my paper. Actually, I think. Oh, I'll tell you what, I could blend that in there. I think I'll bring a few in from that side like that, look. That'll do. Right. Now, I think what I'll do, I'll mix that same purplish colour up. So it's cerulean blue. Mix a bit of red in and that'll take you to a purple. Whatever red you've got, if you've got a red on there, take it to a purple. It might be exactly the same purple as mine, just so look at this. Yeah, there's a bit of a hill, comes to about there. Same again, it don't matter if you do your one a bit shorter, a bit longer, whatever, it don't matter. Don't worry. I'll do. Right. You know what? I've just stuck the tiniest bit of green in that. And I'm just going to drag that across there. Just get a tiny bit of green in. And then I'm going to add some water and just fade it across into my water. I've added a bit of council pop, fade it across into my sea. This is sea really. There we are, something like that. These bits here, look, I'll do the same as my clouds, I'll dab them to stop the water dribbling in. Right, I'll just get that out dry, innit? Gentle dry so it don't push my paint everywhere. Notice my paint, as soon as I put it on, the paint started to move. So, turn it down lower and don't push your paint everywhere. it's warping here because it's little cartridge paper. Look how thin that paper is. But it's very cheap. When you're a cheapskate like me, I haven't got much money. Can't afford, like, probably cost £1 a day on proper watercolour paper. I ain't got that kind of money. It's crazy, crazy world. I haven't got that kind of money, so I just does it on this cheap stuff. Sorry, gets me buying it. You can use whatever you can afford. Oh, I don't scrimp on coffee though. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. In fact, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to mix up. This sea changes colour in the middle. I'm going to mix up a creamy colour again. There's a creamy colour in this sea. So a raw sienna colour or a yellow ochre if you've got either of them. I haven't. So I'm mixing up a bit of red and a bit of lemon yellow. It don't matter if it's cad yellow either, it'll still work same. Right, now I think I'm going to need it thin. I'm going to need a thin paint. I think what I'll do, pop some just water in first to make sure it's thin enough. That might even be thin enough like that. I'm building this up with glazes, you see. So you get one layer, that blue layer underneath is going to glow through into this layer. I think that's the best way to get a sort of realistic looking sea. If I do that, my brush strokes are going along. That's it. And as it comes down here, it changes colour again. You're right, so as I come down there, it goes into more of a blue, more back into that cerulean blue colour. Right, I've put some red in that cerulean blue to take it purple, because I don't really want this to turn green, so that'll just stop it turning green. I'm leaving some little wavy effects in, look, as I'm coming in. Looks quite nice. And then I'm just going to wash my brush, because this bit up here, this bit in here, is a really cerulean-y colour. And that bit there. And then wash my brush again, because that sort of fades out into a really quite pale white colour. That's perfect. Right, so that's that now. I'm going to take that same cream colour and I'm just going to add a bit of yellow to it to take it slightly green. Let's see what this looks like. So this is another glaze, and this one's slightly green. In fact, this seat up here is virtually, if there's any little waves in this, it's so far away you're not actually going to see it. So I'll still leave the odd little gap in it. There we are, and that's coming down. The odd bit of green now, cutting into this cerulean. A few more wavy light looks. Now, if I dry this, I think I'm going to, I need to now, I don't know if that'll come right through into here. Yeah, well, I'm getting some lovely effects. Look at that, lovely. If I dry this, I'm going to have to do it on a low dry so it don't blow it everywhere. I'll try and sip my coffee while I'm drying it. wash my brush, I'll put the I'll put sand in. So it's a nice. I'm going to go for leaning slightly towards yellow because I might glaze this up and all. Well, then again, I probably not. I'll probably do this straight in. So that's slightly leaning towards yellow on that top bit there. And then as it gets a bit lower, seems to get a bit more, a bit of a burnt umber in there. So I'm adding, I added that red to my yellow to take it creamy. Now I'm adding a bit of burnt umber to darken it right down. There we are. That's just for this lowest bit here. Oops. Then I'll melt that in. I think what I'll do, I'll get some really strong burnt umber. Just pop it in right at the bottom there. Right, there's some burnt umber in here, so I'll stick this in. It's in there like that. Stronger. Nice strong bit there, because I'm going to have some light underneath there. And then I think what I'll do, melt it into that light cream colour there. There, look at, oh, that's nice. That's nice. There. That'll do. And then on here, I want a really light cream colour again. Actually, it's burnt umber and yellow's giving me a nice cream colour. That's nice. Use a bit of that. Right, so straight across there with some of this. I'll probably have to leave a gap there because I think that'll smudge if I go straight into there now. So I'll just whack this in and then, because I'll have to leave a slight gap up there. I can fill it in later, else that'll just all bleed in. That's sand. If I want to, I can move that clip up to about there and even just do that last little bit there. There we are. Sounds a pan. Right, sip of coffee. I'll go back to my sea. Coffee's nearly gone. Right, I've got that greeny colour in there. I'm going to get a greeny blue colour. So I've got green. Well, I've got yellow and blue for a green, what I'd already mixed. And I've mixed that in with my cerulean blue. Oh, this is looking quite good. I'm going to mix a bit of purple in, but I'm looking at this now. Got quite a good mix with cerulean blue and just the green. Let's try this. Oh, that's quite nice. Wow. Dip my brush slightly strong. Yeah, I like that. That's a red nice colour. That's cerulean blue and a bit of the green what I'd mixed up with cerulean blue and yellow. So that were already mixed to a green, but yeah, so if you have cerulean blue and tiny bit of yellow, it'll mix to this colour. Plus there's bits of mud in the bottom of my palette what tends to mix in with things as well. Right, looking at that, that's nice, but I think I need some more blue mixing in. So I'm going to mix more just blue in now and blend that in. Right, that's nice. Now then, I'm going to mix in to that blue now, just to mucky it. some Payne's grey. So it's cerulean blue and Payne's grey. That's nice. So there's all them colours mixed in there. Because it's all wet, it's all softening into each other. Should hopefully give me a nice sort of soft finish, hopefully. And then as I come down, I'm going to just dip my brush into tiny tip I've just dipped in to some water, and I'm just going to soften this in as I come down. These little white bits, what's left, I'll try and just leave most on them. There. That's nice. That's a nice creamy colour. I'm going to mix in some more raw sienna into this. Because I'm glazing, it's, well, now I'm sort of wetting wet a bit up here, but this bit below is a glaze. Oh, this is looking good. Stronger, some more of this, like a raw sienna or yellow ochre colour. You can use them if you've got them in your palette, they'll be perfect. Oh, I nearly went over that. That's me. Sand into it there. What was that? As this comes down here, it does start to go more bluer. Stick a tiny bit more blue in. There we are. And I think as we come down here, I'll wash my brush and get just some cerulean blue mixed with Payne's grey again. And that seems to have gone a slight greenish colour, so I'll add a tiny bit of red to take that green out. That's better. Oh, and then just blend this up into there. You can have a couple of these bits blended in there and all. That's gone a bit too creamy a colour to me, especially right bottom of here, so it makes that sand stand out a bit. Just gone a bit too creamy in there. Better. Down here, some of these waves perhaps get a bit stronger down here. Let's see, it sort of drifts out of there and goes smooth. Right, I'm going to get a tiny bit of just Payne's grey and just pop in a couple of low lights just in here where it's coming down into this foreground bit. That's plenty in there, I think. Not tad. There, that's plenty. So that's that. I think time for a quick dry. That's my C's pretty much built up at that. I'm quite happy with that. Oh, sip of coffee, I've not only got any left. Yeah. Got my hair dryer on low so it don't blow everything everywhere. Like these little puddles, don't mind keeping them. Put it on high to blow them away. What I could do while I'm blow drying this, you can hear me, I'll tell you what Doofus has been up to. My stepbrother Doofus has come up with a really good idea. But I think that'll do, that's dry enough. Yeah, my stepbrother Doofus has come up with a really good idea. He's decided he's going to convert the attic into a safe place because he keeps having accidents, doesn't he? And he's going to hurt himself one of these days. So he's going to convert the attic into a nice safe place. And I think that's a pretty good idea for him to do that. Get that attic into a safe place. So he's gone up there now. He's in there now doing a bit of work and that. He's took all the power tools up with him. And he's going to convert it all. What he's thinking of doing is going to get all the walls and pad them all. Because he's broke his arm, he's broke his foot. So he thought if he makes it into a nice safe place, he can't keep having accidents. And like I say, it does a lot of accidents. So if you've watched this before, you'll know what he's been up to and how many accidents he's had just lately. It's quite a lot. So yeah, he's took all power tools up into attic and he's just converting it into a nice safe place. I think that's a really good idea for him to do that. It's up there now with the hand grinder, drill. Let's put some splashes on. Well, a few splashes in there. Yeah, he's up there now with hand grinder and drill and stuff, and he's sorting everything out. What he's on about doing is putting padding around all walls so he can't hurt himself. So then when he gets battered about, he can go up there and he's got somewhere safe. Yeah. The bloke in the flat upstairs, he's going absolutely mental. He's not very happy about it. It's not looking bad, is it? I think I might put a fill that bit in a bit more. Just looks a bit too fine, that bit. So, well, I've got some mud in the bottom of my palette here. In fact, I'll need a bit more. It's a cerulean blue. I'm going to stick some Payne's grey in with it. I should do it. I've stuck a bit of Payne's grey in there just to fatten it up a bit. Get it in there. That's, I don't think it matters if I bother them other bits. Not really, because I could have a, you know what, a glaze of this over that. That'll look quite nice anyway, so I'll do that. There we are. There. Nah. That'll do me for that. Right. What time are we on? 24, right. All I'm going to do now, I think what we need, a little boat. So if I get some Bond umber, mix it in with some Bond umber, Payne's grey and yellow. Send it creamy colour. That's nice. Right. So my boat is about there. There like that. And there's a chap and he's just pulling it up onto the pulling it up onto sand. There we are, there's my boat. There, now get into the Payne's grey at the bottom. Let that bleed up, look, that's the shadow. It can bleed up there. Bleed up there a bit. That's that. And then I think I'll have this bloke in silhouette. The sun's hitting him, so he's in silhouette, and he's just trying to pull it up onto here. So he's about there like that. And he's just trying to pull it up. He's got an arm there, arm coming across there. That's his head, and he's just trying to pull that boat up. He's probably been fishing and that, out at water and that. Oh, I tell you what I could do with just underneath this boat. There'd definitely be a shadow. So I'll go into that, and then I'll blend it in some blue for a bit of a shadow underneath there. So wipe my brush off, and then that's alright, isn't it? Look at that. Oh wow, that's right. Right, that's a fisherman dragging his boat in. What else do we need? Tempted just to lighten the top of that boat a tiny bit, so I'm going to get a tiny bit of designer's white gouache, tiny little bit, and just put a bit of a highlight on top there. Where the sun's hitting it, perhaps. Yeah, that looks alright, doesn't it? It's just where the sun's hitting top of that boat. Right, so that's that. Get me tiny ickle brush. Bit of paint. By D, I'll stick just there. By D, or Bertie D, and I think we need some seagulls. Is that dry enough just to put my hand on it? Some big seagulls up here. Oh, that's big ones. There. Here we are. That's it. Stand back here, look at that. Yeah, quite like that. Right. There you go at that. It's like, that's a good lesson in building up wash on top of wash on top of wash. There's lots of colours in underneath that in them washes. And that's it's a good exercise in doing that. I'll tell you what you could do. You could get some designer's white gouache, and then it seems to be just in these bits here, there's some little waves just in here. Although I've sort of left gaps where it looks like little waves anyway, but if you want to add a few extra in, you can. Bit of designer's white gouache there, get some extra little waves in. There's actually none in round here, but there you are. Right, see you on beach. In it.